Hey, what's going on with your family? Torsion Tease Guitars. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, man. This kind of snuck up on us. Jesus, what is it? Today's the 5th, and Christmas is, what, 3 weeks out or so, man? And we'll have those new SBH-E Series around Christmas. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on and what's going on for the rest of for the rest of the year, actually, until Christmas anyway. Um, so the ST1 guitars, we got those in the middle of August, and I think we ordered 288 guitars, and we've got 35 left. 13 of the 35 that we have left are pink. Only a couple of gray ones. I think three black ones, white and amber burst we have. And so if that's something that you're thinking about getting, I jump on that deal right now. The SBH-HD series guitars, we ordered 240 of those. We have 15 left of those. And again, and that's a beast of a guitar right there, man. You know, that comes set up and everything, so that's a really nice guitar. The locking tuners, I ordered 40 sets of those because our mod shop got a little busy. We were selling a lot of those HH Blackies, and we're down to 5 sets of locking tuners. I ordered another 40 sets of locking tuners about a month ago or so, so they'll be here. They should be here by Christmas time or so that won't be a big deal. The SBH-E Series is coming on. They're due to land on the 24th of December, and then it takes a couple of days to unload, and then customs has them for a day or so. But and then we send a truck. They're coming to the port of New Jersey or New York, same port. We'll send our truck out and we'll pick those up and get them in the warehouse. We got 3 guys that are going to set these things up. I wanted to give you a heads up on that. Okay, so we've 22 of the SBH E series, the new units coming in, are already spoken for. And it takes about if everything goes good, right? We all know what it's like to set up a guitar. Sometimes it's real smooth, real easy. But even when it's real smooth and real easy, it's an hour and a half. I got 3 guys. There's 3 of us doing the setups on these guitars. And I anticipate by the time Christmas hits, we'll probably have about 40, 45, 50. I don't know how many will be in line for setups, but I can guarantee you that there is a line, and the line is already started. So if it's something that you're looking to get, you can order these things and you can pre-order them. And I can tell you that I'm going to offer a coupon on these, and I'm actually going to take the people who pre-ordered these guitars, and I'm going to refund you the coupon amount just because I think it's the right thing to do, and that's kind of the business motto that we have. And it's I shouldn't say only $10 because $10 is $10 in these times. So there's a coupon code down in the description. It's Tease, TEASE 10. That's good for $10 off anything in the store. So you can get an ST1 SPR for $135. You can get an SBH HD for $240, and you can get one of these SBH E series incoming for $289, right? Keep in mind that again, an hour and a half setup, and that's something that you're going to pay about $75 for anywhere you go, in any kind of music store anyway, where you go. If you got a guy, we all got a guy, they do it a little cheaper, maybe 60, but it's still, there's a value added in that, and it's going to be right. We take out the long, they're like 10 millimeter saddle screws, and we put in the short 6 millimeter saddle screws, and there's 12 of those in these bridges, and that right there, that's 15 minutes just to take out those screws and put them back in at the right adjustment, and adjust everything for you. High polished frets, everything's going to be oiled, lubed. Everything's going to be tightened. We'll check out, take the control panels off these guitars and make sure that they're all wired correctly and there's no buzz or anything like that when you get them. And then obviously neck relief, oil tuners. Your string choice, you get string choice, you get action choice. So you tell us where you want it. We'll set it up for you the way you want it. You get that guitar. It's going to be in a craft. It's going to be double box, but it'll be in the inner box is a KK craft box. KK boxes are hard to crush. And on the new ST1s that we're getting guitars in March, the new ST1. So we'll definitely be sold out before March, but I'd like to see us sell out before Christmas, man. I really would. That would be a milestone of Tease Guitars sells out of guitars after being in business 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years in March. March it'll be 3 years. and it's not from us just ordering a little few guitars here and there. I mean, we ordered quite a few guitars. Um, I've got a hardtail prototype coming in for Christmas. I'll have that for Christmas. This is the third one, and I believe this is going to be the final one. The bridge that we had manufactured is it's on point, man. I mean, this is the real deal here. This guitar is going to rock and roll. And I don't know, you get a lot of you guys play hardtails, or you never put a trem in your you never put a trem in your trem bar. Excuse me. Never put a trem. Just had a brain fart. You never put a trem bar in your tremolo because you don't use it. You know. And believe it or not, a lot of people, you know, I've had a couple of complaints on our tuners, and our tuners are 18 to 1 tuners. I can't, and I set up guitars every day, all day long, and people sometimes, I'm not telling you that you don't know what you're doing, and you probably do, but everybody goes, oh, you got to check the neck relief, you know, and then you set the action, and then you set the intonation, and that's all well and fine. Don't forget, man, you got a guitar with springs in there, okay? I don't know how many guitars that I've set up, and I can tell you quite a few of them, to where that bridge, the bridge screws are loose, or the springs are in the back, or you know they're out of whack and things like that. That affects the tuning of your guitars. It's not necessarily always the tuners. Sometimes it's that trem system. You got to work on the trem. If you don't know how to do that, you know, again, we offer an in-house setup on the ST ones as well. Let us do that for you. It's not that expensive. It's cheaper, and you can get it done for near, you know, locally. And then your stuff comes right. But again, like I said, that's just I guess a tip for those who didn't really realize, hey, you know what, he's right, man. There's springs back there. Those got to be checked in too. The other thing too is springs have to be broken in. You know, a new spring is gonna get looser and looser and looser if you do use the trem. So for people who actually utilize the trem system in their guitars, a couple of hundred times on a trem, and then everything sets and settles in. So you know, a couple of weeks and then or a week or so. And then your guitar should hold tune fine. And guarantee it that there's nothing wrong with these tuners. The tuners work perfectly. They work exactly as they're supposed to work. Let's see what else. Oh, it's wintertime, man. I'm up in here in New York, bro. It's cold. When I say cold, it's cold and windy, and we got snow last night and everything else. A lot of the country is, and we're shipping these guitars. So we set up a guitar. I don't care what kind of guitar it is. You shouldn't have any fret buzz on it. Everything should be set. The intonation should be good and everything like that. You get a guitar, and I'll know who you are because I check. So a lot of people, they'll get these guitars and they'll call me up and say, this guitar's all out of whack, man. You know, you didn't set it up and this thing. I promise you, we set up every single guitar before it goes out. It's just something we do. And we don't just go, yeah, it's a little bit of buzz, that's all right. You know, we don't do that, okay? If it's not right, it doesn't ship. Believe me, I've had an ST1 guitar that was on sale for $99 and been sitting there trying to mess with it for about 2 or 3 hours. And had to walk away from it and come back and start over and then, you know, get it right. But it just doesn't ship. It won't ship. Most of the guitars that I set up, they go together real easy. There's a process that we have, and I've got that process down pretty good. I can knock out a guitar pretty quick. The SBH-Es, those just take a lot of time because there's a lot of work that we have to do on those. But so it's cold. The only thing that you should have to do to your guitar when you get it is don't open it for about a day. Please, just don't open it for about a day. And if you do open it, don't play it for a day. And if you do play it and it's not right, don't call up and say, hey man, or send an email saying, hey man, my guitar's all messed up. Because see, I'll know. Because I know what time that guitar got dropped off at your door, and I look at your email. If it's 12 minutes after it got dropped off at your door, I'm gonna tell you, bro. And you already messed with the saddles, and you've already tried to fix this guitar. That all it needs to do is just sit. It left here in a 70-degree shop. When it gets to the destination, it needs to acclimate back up to 70, right? In order to be where it was when it was here. And I'll tell you another thing. And the humidity may be different in here than it is at your house. I don't know. I don't know. But give it a minute to acclimate before you set it up. And I can see on the computer when you got it, just so you know. And if for some reason you do end up setting it back, and I say, what'd you do to it? Oh, I haven't touched it. Well, I know if you touched it or not, because I know where our saddles are supposed to be at. And if you mess with the saddles, I'll know, These are all things that I figure out on my own over the years, man. And just do yourself a favor, man. I'm telling you, another day isn't going to kill you. if you know how to work on your guitars, rip that some bitch open and get on it, man. But if you don't know how to work on guitars, you're gonna have to wait a day, man. And then that's just the deal. Um, if you do that and you mess up, don't be ashamed to call us up and say, "Hey, I messed up. I couldn't wait. I opened it up," because I'm like that. If something comes to my door, I'm opening it. I don't care if I know how to fix it or not. And but we have a Zoom feature, and you can get on the Zoom feature with one of our technicians, and they'll walk you through on how to fix it. But the only tool that you need to use is an Allen key that's supplied with each and every guitar, and you're going to turn it depending on what it is. And you can't really mess this up either. You turn it an eighth of a turn one way, that should fix it. If it doesn't, turn it a quarter of a turn the other way, which is you're just taking it an eighth of the other way. And that'll definitely fix it. That's all you'll need to do to any one of our guitars to make them back where they were. So keep that in mind. I think I talked about the new boxes, the Hardtail. Yeah, hey, do me a favor and help us sell out before Christmas. That'd be cool as shit, right? If we could sell out, brand new company, little guys on the block, man, we're knocking out some really nice guitars for you. I know we got some loyal customers out there, so this is kind of a sales pitch. I want to sell out, man. I'd like to have between Christmas and New Year's off. I'd like to spend it with friends and family and loved ones and all that stuff, man. I'd rather do that than get back here on this blue tarp and knocking out a bunch of other guitars. But keep us in mind during this Christmas holiday season. We do appreciate you, and I do want to say this before I go, is that we're eternally grateful. I am eternally grateful. My family's eternally grateful for you guys giving us the opportunity to supply you with your musical instruments, your guitars. It's a huge deal to me. When I open up an email and someone just goes on and on about how happy they are and how satisfied they are and how pleasant their experience was, it makes my day, man. I read them. I read every single email that comes in. Not too many bad ones at all. Not too many bad ones at all. Keep in mind our mod shop too, man. That thing's growing, bro. We're throwing out some nice guitars. We got the quarter pounder. We got this new, just so you know, if you guys don't know, this SBH-E Series. That's got the whole top of that thing is routed out. So if you're just a heavy metal guy, that I'm telling you that bridge pickup right there, it'll hold its own. There's reviews all over the place. One is Fret Not. It's a YouTube channel. It's called Fret Not Guitar Reviews. You check that out. Type in Fret Not and SBH HD, and that's a high gain channel. These guys, that's all they do is high gain, and they knocked it out with that one, with the SBH HD series. They love that guitar. But if you want to drop another humbucker in there, that whole top cavity up there where that single coil is, you can do that. There's also enough route in there to where you can put and make that guitar a Nashville picker. You can go humbucker or hot rail, humbucker. You can put some P90s in it. You can do whatever you want to do to that. If you don't know how to do that or you don't feel comfortable doing that, we have a mod shop. We'll do that for you. It's very, very, very reasonable. There's a tab on the website. Check it out, man. Check it out. We do good work. We don't have returns at the mod shop. I can tell you, man. These guys they bang it out, man. Anything you want done, you want it wired a different way, you want your neck pickup on your Strat to be on all the time, or you want to be able to keep it on when you want it on, when it's in the third position or the first position, we can do that for you. It's not a big deal, man. So I guess that's it, man. I hope everybody has a happy holiday. Again, eternally grateful, man. Gratitude is the deal, and be safe out there, and as always, family, rock on, man.